Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane E, and I am a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician, because that's who I am, and that's what I do, and that's what this is, and that's why you're here. Assumedly. Anyway, this week I am reacting to two new music videos. Well, no, I take that back. I'm reacting to two new-to-me music videos. One of them is a new video for an old song, this being Your Horoscope for Today by Weird Al Yankovic, from the new illustrated book, The Illustrated Al. This is a song that's from several years ago. It's not a new song. And then another song that is old, and video, 4 years ago. We have Lewberger's The Vagina Song, as was recommended to me, and I'll get into more of that later. But first, if this is your first time here, yes, welcome, hello. I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician, meaning that sometimes I kind of delve into the jokes and talk about how the construction and how they work, and sometimes what the jokes mean, because sometimes, you know, explaining jokes makes it funnier. No. But how it interacts with the video, kind of giving insight onto why they did things and why they say things certain ways or do lyrics a certain way, and sometimes it just means sitting back and enjoying and laughing with you all. It's a crapshoot whatever you're going to get, but I think it's a good time either way. On this show, I do pause a lot. I'm getting a lot of comments lately about, you pause too much. I know. I've been saying it at the beginning of these videos and everybody skips it, so not my fault. But yes, I pause a lot because they are comedy songs. I don't want to talk over the lyrics and miss something, so I'm going to pause and give my reaction and give my insight, or say something that is non sequitur. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, first up, let's dive into Your Horoscope for Today, the new video by Weird Al Yankovic. New animated video. This is released in conjunction with his new book, The Illustrated Al, that I have. I probably should have had it sitting over here. Hang on a second. Not only do I have it, the deluxe edition of The Illustrated Al, but I also have a smaller edition that was released for local comic shop day. It's much smaller than the other one, but this is a hefty tome full of Al illustrations and cool stuff, and it's a Weird Al book. I have it. I have a lot of Weird Al books. I'm actually in a couple Weird Al books. I'm like, my name personally mentioned in a couple Weird Al books. Anyway, regardless, I like this song. It's a style parody of ska. Technically, I would say it's a style parody of Real Big Fish specifically, but I only say that because members of Real Big Fish play on the song. I don't think it was intended to be a Real Big Fish direct pastiche. I think it's just more of a general ska song, but it's a ska song about the horoscope and how ridiculous horoscopes can be. So let's dive in. Al TV, classic. The forecast of Altar? I'm trying to think of what Altar is a parody of. Like, I want to say Zoltar. Zoltar is what it's a parody of. Because Zoltar, I think, is or Zoltan, is like the gives you your fortune thing. It's the thing that gives Tom Hanks his fortune in Big and turns him big. I think that's what that's a reference to. And Al TV, of course, was when Al would take over MTV with his pirate satellite setup and change all the shows that he wanted to watch.
Aquarius! There's travel in your future when your tongue freezes to the back of the speeding bus. Fill that void in your pathetic life by playing whack-a-mole 17 hours a day. Try to avoid any Virgos or Leos with the Ebola virus. You are the true Lord of the day.
That's kind of like almost Simpsons looking. Like, not like stylist looking exactly The Simpsons, but it kind of looks like an alternate universe Homer Simpson there. I apologize, I might be singing along to this one because this is a song I love. I love the style of animation for this. I love that it's in 4:3 aspect ratio, like you're watching it on an old tube TV, so even with the curved edges there. This is already fantastic. I'm already going to love this. I already know that. I said already a lot.
With the Ebola virus, you are the true lord of the dance. No matter what those idiots at work say, the look on your face will be priceless when you find that 40-pound watermelon in your colon. Trade toothbrushes with an albino dwarf, then give a hickey to Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep looks pretty good. That hickey is enormous. The borrowing the toothbrush from the albino dwarf is the same size as the toothbrush. That I just said the word twice. It's not really a word we say anymore, little people, but you know what I mean.
Colon, trade toothbrushes with an albino dwarf,
Little person.
give a hickey to Meryl Streep. You will never find true happiness. What you gonna do? Cry about it. The stars predict tomorrow you'll wake up to a bunch of stuff and then go back to sleep. That's your horoscope for today.
So it's Al as the entire band, the entire ska band here. Just a guitarist, a drummer, somebody on a trumpet, on bass, and just one in the middle skanking. That's great. So that's more like Mighty Mighty Bosstones, which have just one guy in the band who just dances. That's the only thing he does. Good on ya.
That's your horoscope for today. That's your horoscope for today. That's your horoscope for today.
I will say, again, pausing again before we get further into this, when you see Weird Al do this song live in concert, or I feel like we've seen Al do this in concert. I feel like I have, because I remember there being a video. Yeah, he has video projection during his concerts and shows stuff on the screen while they're performing the song, and the lights dim on one point to go red for "Kill Them," which is coming up in the song later. Look forward to the phrase "Kill Them." But I feel like there's definitely a video that gets played during this. This is obviously going to replace it now in the things. It used to say, that's your horoscope for the day on the screen, and different things would come up, and it would say Capricorn, Aquarius, all the different zodiac signs, but I don't think it had more lyrics than that up on the screen. But exciting stuff.
Your birthday party will be ruined once again by your explosive flatulence. Your love life will run.
Your explosive flatulence ruining the birthday party. How else would it do it? The cake is there with the candles. It causes more fire. That's genius. That's so good. Wow. Okay.
You will be ruined once again by your explosive flatulence. Your love life will run into trouble when your fiance hurls a javelin through your chest. The position of Jupiter.
I didn't expect it to come from the back. That's even funnier.
Trouble when your fiance hurls a javelin through your chest. The position of Jupiter says that you should spend the rest of the week face down in the mud, trying not to shove a roll of duct tape up your nose while taking your driver's test. Now is not a good time to photocopy your butt and staple it to your boss's face. Oh no!
That almost looks like MC Frontalot. Just the simplicity of the image of the photocopied butt just being 2 lines and that's it. Love that. Man, it really, like, there's a lot of minimalism to some of this artwork, but it really sells the lyrics really well. I really dig that. And honestly, with a song that's already so very descriptive, like most comedy songs are or should be, having the video help amplify those lyrics is key. It's important here, and obviously you don't want too many distracting things to take away from the lyrics. You just want to help build on the concept of the lyrics here, and just the way this is doing this, you know, even with the way the javelin came through and the way he screamed and the face you'll make when you find the 40-pound watermelon in your colon, that was genius. Wasn't the face I was expecting, but it was still very funny. So yeah, words.
Eat a bucket of tuna flavored pudding, then wash it down with a gallon of strawberry quick. All Virgos
Buddy
are
died.
extremely friendly and intelligent, except for you. Expect a big surprise today when you wind up with your head impaled upon a stick. That's your horoscope for today. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's your horoscope for today.
Reusing animation here, because it's why do something new here. Now I'm going to do something I don't usually do, because sometimes the songs are new to me, and that's sing along. This part, I love this part. This is the long part. I usually can do this. We'll see. We'll see if I feel like doing it. I'm sorry, you're going to deal with it.
That's your horoscope for today. Now you may find it inconceivable, or at the very least a bit unlikely, that the relative position of the planets and the stars could have some specialty significance or meaning that exclusively applies to only you. But let me give you my assurance that the forecasts and predictions are all Boston's own scientific documented evidence, or you wouldn't have to see some kind of more on that too. I said every single one of them is absolutely true. Where was I?
I ran out of breath a few times, stumbling over my own tongue, but mostly did it. Yay.
A big promotion is just around the corner for someone much more talented than you. Laughter is the very best medicine. Remember that when your appendix bursts next week.
First, someone much more talented than you, you get your nose caught in the window and scream, and when your appendix bursts next week, it was an explosion. It wasn't just like, and dying. No, it was bursting into an explosion. I was not expecting that. That's great. It's so good.
Ready for an unexpected trip when you fall streaming from an open window. Work a little bit harder on improving your low self-esteem, you stupid freak. All your friends are laughing behind your back. Kill them. Take down.
I love that your friends laughing behind your back are the Penguin and the Riddler laughing behind the back of Joker. Yes, Joker would kill them. Brilliant. And that's the moment I mentioned, yes.
All your friends are laughing behind your back. Kill them. Take down all those naked pictures of Ernest Borgnine you've got hanging in your neck.
Not what I expected the naked picture of Ernest Borgnine to look like. That's, I don't remember him having quite that physique. That particular physique. Whatever.
Capricorn. The stars say that you're an exciting and wonderful person, but you know they're lying. If I were you, I'd lock my doors and windows and never, 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 never leave my house again.
That's right, I'm a Capricorn. My birthday is in January. January 1st, actually. Just had a birthday, if you missed the thing on the channel. This is where you wish me a happy birthday.
Your horoscope for today. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's your horoscope for today. That's your horoscope for today. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's your horoscope for today. That's your horoscope
Ooh.
for today. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's your horoscope for today.
Just going through all of them on the drum beats, all the different images and like all the key images from each zodiac sign, and then ending on the one, lock your doors and windows and never, never, ever leave your house again, being the last animated section there from all of that on the last beat. That's great. Phenomenal.
That's your horoscope for today. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's your horoscope for today.
Oh, wow, that was up there so quick I missed it.
That's your horoscope
Directed by Josh Pilch. Designed by Aaron Augenblick. Bravo to the both of you. That is phenomenal. I want this to become a trend. Now that Al is not making albums anymore, possibly still doing singles, but hasn't done a single for a while. Last single he released was the Hamilton Polka, which was several years ago. His last album was 2014. He's been a little busy. Did put out a movie. But still, regardless, make new music videos for older songs that never had videos. That's a thing. That's a thing that should be a thing. Make that a thing. This should be the start of that thing. Let that be a thing. Thing. Anyway, that's phenomenal. That's really great. Next, we have a song from the band Lewberger, who is a group, a comedy music act, consisting of Keith from the Try Guys, Huey, and my brain has left itself. I can't remember the third member's name, but they do comedy music. They have a Broadway show coming out now. Apologies to the third member for forgetting the name here. I put out a post on Twitter recently asking if anybody had any recommendations for some Lewberger songs for me to react to, because I know they are a popular group. They were on America's Got Talent, and they were on the show Bring the Funny with friends of mine. Handsome Naked were on that show. And so Lewberger was on that show, but I have not really heard much songs by Lewberger outside of the various TikToks of theirs that I've seen. The past couple of months of their posts on YouTube have not been music videos, but have been their TikToks shared as shorts. And so I hear a lot of their shortened versions of songs. I've heard White People Taco Night, but I've heard like the first minute of that because it's from a TikTok. And I've heard Pokemon Pickup Lines, but I've only heard the first minute of it because it was in a TikTok. And so I put out a tweet asking for some suggestions. And a couple people gave me some suggestions, namely the two songs that I mentioned. And then Keith himself replied with the Vagina Song, which is a song from their first album that has a music video. So because Keith suggested that one, that's what I'm reacting to next. It's a very different song already, even without knowing the song, than the song we just heard. Because this is an animated thing, and the Lewberger song has people in vulva costumes, so there's that. Anyway, let's dive into the Vagina Song. That's a weird... I shouldn't have phrased it that way. Let's now listen to and watch the music video for the Vagina Song by Lewberger. Yeah. Oh, first there's the ad for the Illustrated Owl.
The vagina is a tubular sex organ.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Vagina. Oh, gosh. The vagina sizes, tall, grande, and venti, as if they're Starbucks cups. And the vagina with exclamation points, with a almost medically accurate drawing. Bravo, boys.
It's part of the female genital tract, but do you know enough of the facts about vagina?
There's the costume.
Structure. Let's start outside with the labia sisters. Majora and Minora make a perfect picture.
I've heard, because I am a fan of comedy music, I've heard enough songs about dongs. I had to rhyme it there. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Naming, like, there is a comedy musician who's a friend of mine, Worm Quartet, who has done, yes, that's right, Worm Quartet is one person, has done a song called The Ballad of Dr. Stop. And The Ballad of Dr. Stop is about Shoebox, the main member of Worm Quartet, the only member of Worm Quartet, singing about his hysterectomy. Not hysterectomy, that's the vasectomy. The man one is the vasectomy, the lady one is the hysterectomy. Sorry. Singing about his vasectomy. And just all the things that are described in that song, it doesn't make a vast difference to me. That's a good line. So, expecting many things like that in here already with the labia majora and minora here. Minora? Dreidel?
The labia sisters, Majora and Minora, make a perfect picture.
Through the hymen we go under the clitoris. And take a nice trip round the uterus.
On your left you pass the cervix, your right you'll see a vulva.
Swimming through the fallopian tubes.
It's all part of the vagina. It's a tubular sex organ.
Tubular having double meaning here, probably. Tubular in the 90s was something that was rad, awesome, excellent, totally tubular. Tubular in this case meaning literally composed of tubes. The fallopian tubes are a part of the organ. A friend of mine in college, who was not, shall we say, very well educated on sex organs, was a volunteer firefighter. And his firehouse tended to play pranks on him. And they sent him to another firehouse to pick up an item. And he showed up at the other firehouse saying, "Yes, hi, I'm so-and-so from such-and-such firehouse. I'm here to pick up the fallopian tubes." Yes, they laughed at him. This is also the same man who, in college, when had requested to be taken to the hospital because something was wrong with his penis, and he didn't know what it was, and it hurt, and he begged his friends to take him to the hospital. He had an erection. That's why he didn't know that. I have weird friends.
It comes in different shapes and sizes. Let's write the facts down
Starbucks.
and organize the vagina.
Wait.
Let's write the facts down and organize the vagina.
Sizes, write the facts down and organize the... Yeah, that's great. That's a great line. Purpose.
It's the conduit for female intercourse, as well as the childbirthing resource.
Why is the child a very T-shaped penis and balls? This video is gonna... This is not gonna be monetized well. Thanks, Keith. Alright.
A house for the process of menstruation, where the uterine wall should have a monthly gestation.
Fellas, I know we're being educational here, but did we have to turn the little dollhouse into the elevator scene from The Shining? Was that necessary? I know you're symbolizing things with the visuals here. It was a choice. I get it. Honestly, very funny.
Of menstruation, where the uterine
Resource.
a house for the process of
House.
menstruation, where the uterine wall should have a monthly gestation.
A follicular phase of the ovarian circle is where women ovulate and become fertile.
Before you know it,
Sometimes these rhymes are really, really good and very, very clever. Circle and fertile. It's a slant rhyme, but it's still very good.
Ovarian circle is where women ovulate and become fertile.
before you know it, we're back into the menstrual stage, because vagina's routines are an ever.
There are several things about that shot. Number one, in the vagina costume, shouldn't make that hand motion to signify things. Blood coming out of her opening, in reality her mouth, but yes. He pats her He pats her mouth down with a maxi pad. That is a thing that just happened. Comedy songs, I love it. I honestly do. It's really just, it's wrong, but it's so funny.
Circle is where women ovulate and become fertile.
Before you know it, we're back into the menstrual stage because
Just-
vagina's routines are an ever-changing phase. The vagina
Sex organ
is a tubular
Really, the ribbon?
genitals
correct.
Do you know enough of the facts about vaginas?
Miscellaneous.
During arousal, it lubricates itself.
Through plasma seepage in the vaginal walls.
And when the
True.
sperm gets to the egg,
It locks out every other sperm, and then billions of sperm die inside of a woman.
billions?
I don't know if it's billions or
Like
millions.
1/6 of the world's population's worth?
Well, they're like half cells, so I wouldn't give them that much weight.
I'm just saying, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of little cells.
So when you're alone.
Oh, you're just killing them? Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, when you're jacking it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you just,
They couldn't fit miscellaneous on the thing straight across, so it goes diagonal, and then it goes under it, and then it goes back up into it. You ever play that game Snake on your phone, on the old Nokia phone, or if you're not in the US, the Nokia phone? And yeah, it's like you have to get it around the maze, and it looks like you're about to lose here with this miscellaneous. It's going to hit it. This interstitial moment, so good. I like comedy songs are one of the few art forms where you can just stop the song completely and talk, and just have a conversation in the middle of the song before the song picks up again. That and Broadway songs, and their music is already very stylized, kind of like a musical. Ironically, that they are doing a musical right now on Off-Broadway. Something Lewberger and I have in common. I've done an Off-Broadway show too. But yes, just stylistically with comedy music, it's really one of the few forms you can do with that. And the way this song is composed and the conversation in the middle of it is giving me very big musical vibes. This is a cut song from the Vagina Monologues, in that the Vagina Monologues is not a musical. And if they had included this, it would have been. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
oh, you're just killing them? Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
when you're jacking it.
Oh yeah.
Also, that was the main point I was pausing for. Oh yeah, when you're jacking it. That just that off-the-cuff line. Chef's kiss. Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, you're just killing them all.
I've killed
But that's Zygote. That's
yeah, it's
Zygote
got
in
like
there.
a 51?
Yeah, it's got like a 50% chance. Some percentage of a chance.
Sure, some percentage.
Of having a vagina, wow!
Did we really have to Hey Jude that? This song is going all the places. All the places. Oh, the flowers are tampons, and he's got pads, and just symbolism.
The vagina is a blessing to all those who have it and those who borrow it. Or you can get rid of it. Whatever you want, go crazy. We don't have vaginas, so it'd be weird for us to tell you what to do with your vagina.
Yes, kind of like most members of Congress currently. Unless you have it, don't tell people what they should do with theirs. And people who you think should have them might not, and that's okay too. You know what I'm talking about. Jerks.
But you gotta, accept the fact that you make people. Your body is a human factory. That is nuts. You have all the parts of the assembly line inside you. That's so efficient. It's really a great business model.
Business model, supply and demand. There is just some excellent costuming here. Wow, that build there, that's very good. Allie Jennings, excellent direction there. Wow, that's a great song. That's very funny. And a lot of people, I'm sure, were like, oh, Ian had a problem with it because, language and sexuality. Guys, come on. It's comedy music. Comedy music comes in all forms. You can have the very clean, very family-friendly Weird Al, and you can also have songs that educate you about all the many forms and functions of vaginas. I listen to both Weird Al and Ninja Sex Party, Tenacious D, The Lonely Island, Garfunkel and Oates, any of the other things I've put on this channel, Psycho Stick, Handsome Naked. You know, it comes in all forms, and I'm not a prude, so it's not gonna bother me with that kind of thing. I like it. I like all kinds of comedy music. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. This definitely works, though. This is fantastic. Let's finish the credits out here. Alex. That's a name I should have remembered. Sorry, Alex. So Keith, Alex, Huey, and Kelsey Dara, which I'm probably butchered saying that, but I'm sure that was the main vagina costume. And featuring everyone else, Vic, Mia, Lindsay, Aaron. Bravo to everybody there. That was phenomenal work. And get their album link in the description. Of course, if you want to see these videos without me yammering all over them, you can check those out in the description below. Please go support these artists, and if you want to see more videos like this from me, of course, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to help feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. Subscribing, of course, being the biggest one, but if you really want to help the channel out, and also get, things like my music early, these videos early, your name in these ending credits, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get their names here, and also all those other things that I just said, including a brand new song that I just released that's also going to play in the end credits here. Anyway, thanks everybody, we'll see you next time. Bye.
I'll kick my legs high with uncovered thighs. Won't need to worry about waist size. I'm never gonna wear pants again. I'm never gonna wear pants again. Oh, I just wanna feel the breeze on my nethers.